Adesso apriamo la prima finestra sul mondo di questa conferenza internazionale. I would like to introduce Lorena Boix Alonso, Director for Digital Society Innovation and Cybersecurity DG Connect of the European Commission. Mrs. Alonso, good morning. Welcome to the CyberSec2024. Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Good morning, and thank you very much for the honor to be here. I've seen the speakers, and I'm really honored to have been invited to participate.
It's a pleasure for us. Over to you for your speech, please.
Thank you. I am, in fact, very pleased because yesterday we closed some another legislative negotiations in the field of cyber. And this gives me the excuse to tell to this distinguished audience what we are doing in the field of cybersecurity at EU level. And let me start by saying that in the last 5 years, we have been more active in the field of cybersecurity at the European Union level than in the whole history of the European Union. Why is this? I think that a very important reason of why we were prompted to be so active in this field, both on the legislative side and other, has been clearly the threat landscape. And when you look at the cybersecurity threat landscape, we see in a way that the main contours are the same. We have irresponsible state behavior in cyberspace, we have cybercrime, and we have also politically motivated hacktivism. And this is the same than 5 years ago. What has changed is the geopolitical situation. We have seen the war of aggression of Russia in Ukraine, and we see the conflicts in the Middle East. And even if the spillover effect in the cyber domain in the European Union has been limited, this has created a level of awareness and vigilance in cybersecurity that didn't exist before. Even, for example, the sabotage incidents in the Baltic Sea, only the suspicion that this could have been a cyber attack made us realize that cybersecurity and cyber attacks can have a real impact in our critical infrastructure. It's not just something that happens in the air, it can have really very devastating physical consequences. We see also, and I think this should be of interest of this audience, an increase and shift on the nature of attacks. We see a lot of attacks in the industrial sector with supervisory control and data acquisition, especially in utility providers. We see also operational technology type of intrusions in computing systems that manage industrial operations. And we see also the prepositioning by hostile state actors in critical infrastructures, which until now is mainly for espionage motivations, but also we see the potential of intrusion for major disruptions and for ransomware. We are all suffering this, which is not new. Ransomware was there before, but the magnitude now is impressive. And also we see the convergence between criminal gangs and state-aligned groups in this field. So this is what basically has prompted us to be very active. And in the legislative field, which is something that has been quite exceptional in cybersecurity, we see now that we have moved from protecting critical infrastructure to also protecting the supply chain and even legislating in the way we manage operational capabilities. So in the field of protecting critical infrastructure, we have been active in updating our, what we call the NIS2 directive, protecting critical infrastructures. But something very important for us was that we cannot put all the blame in critical infrastructures. They can be extremely protected, that if in their supply chain there is a product or a software that has not been protected, then the consequences can be devastating. This is why we had to come with the Cyber Resilience Act that is mandating that every product with digital elements, including software, that is put in the European market has to respect very strict cybersecurity requirements. But we have gone even beyond. And yesterday we closed negotiations, and I said yesterday because we closed the negotiations at 1 in the morning, so it was already yesterday, on the Cyber Solidarity Act. This, what we are doing there, is unprecedented, because we are basically saying, what if everything fails? What if we have a major, large-scale cyber attack? And here we're doing something major, which is the creation of a cyber reserve capacity. So we are reserving the capacity of private cybersecurity companies that will be deployed in case of a member state that is struggling, and this could go also to neighboring countries. So we have been doing really a lot, and I only mentioned 3 examples. Now we need to see what will be the challenges now. We have a legislative framework. What are we fearing? I think that one of the main challenges, by the way, is going to be implementing all this legislative framework and trying to do it in a way that is not too burdensome for industry nor for public administrations. So that's going to be a challenge, I think, in the next 5 years. But I think that we have also a major challenge, which is how to prepare the European Union for emerging technologies in the field of cybersecurity. It has been said just before me, artificial intelligence is one of them. But let me talk about also quantum computing and post-quantum encryption. I think that artificial intelligence and post-quantum encryption are 2 major challenges. How are we going to deal with that? Let's start with artificial intelligence. I think that artificial intelligence is already impacting many domains of cybersecurity, it has been said. It is, however, very, very hard to assess at this stage what is the current deployment of artificial intelligence, certainly on the bad side of it. We know certainly that several nation-states are using artificial intelligence, including through existing commercial solutions. But let's focus first on the opportunities of artificial intelligence. I really believe that artificial intelligence presents huge opportunities and may even have the potential to tip the balance between attackers and defenders in our favor. But for that, we need to do things well. Use cases for the good, for the positive, are still evolving. Of course, it includes network monitoring, intrusion detection, malware analysis, and I would say something very important that artificial intelligence can help is in the current shortages of skills in the field of cybersecurity. We are all struggling to find skilled people in this field. Well, artificial intelligence has the potential to automate out of tasks and then allow us to allocate resources efficiently. But okay, let's not be naive. We know that artificial intelligence also presents important risks. I would say that, first of all, it has risk in itself. Let's say artificial intelligence brings new vulnerabilities, such as model interference and data poisoning. That's something we need to take into account. But we also see cyber criminals and other malicious actors that are already integrating artificial intelligence in their activities, notably to create more sophisticated types of attacks. So how to handle this? And how to handle this at European level? I would say there are 3 elements, 3 ingredients in a policy that tackles this new technology. First, research and innovation. Second, a proper regulatory framework. And third, very important, international cooperation with like-minded countries. First, research and innovation. It is extremely important to have strong emphasis in advanced artificial intelligence based cyber defense capabilities, because this is what will be key to ensuring that the balance of power stays with defenders. And this is important because the malicious actors keep on innovating, and this will not stop. So we cannot stop innovating ourselves to be at least at their level, and ideally at more advanced level than them. And I would say it's not only research and innovation, but also applying the result of this research and innovation, applying the technologies. And this is something that we are doing, for example, in a network of security operations centers that we have created. And I'm happy to say that Italy is part of one of these network of security operations centers that are at EU level with other countries buying jointly infrastructure, including artificial intelligence technologies to manage the data and increase the detection capacity. Then, of course, we need a proper regulatory framework. We have already adopted the Artificial Intelligence Act that sets cybersecurity as one of the essential requirements for high-risk artificial intelligence systems, but we have also the Cyber Resilience Act that complements the Artificial Intelligence Act. And I would say also, beyond regulating and making sure that artificial intelligence is cyber secure, we have in our NIS2 directive requested member states to include in their national cybersecurity strategies the use of innovative technologies, including artificial intelligence. So this as far as the regulatory framework, and last but not least, international cooperation, and I know that my colleague Nate is talking also in this event. I have to say that EU and the US are cooperating very closely together on emerging technologies, and the use of AI is particularly covered in critical infrastructure. I said that I would say some words also on post-quantum encryption. Let me move now to this. And this is really something which is extremely important. In the future, it is very likely, we know it, that quantum computers with the capacity they will have will be able to break the encryption keys that are currently used by encryption algorithms that are protecting our data and the internet's infrastructures. We see already, and this is happening already today, that state-sponsored malicious activity is already active in collecting data that it can find in the hope that in the future, when they will be able to decrypt with quantum computer that data. This is happening already today. So it is extremely important that we have a coordinated approach on how we deal with this, because significant investments are already being made worldwide in post-quantum cryptography. And the ingredients to deal with this at EU level are the same. Investment in research and innovation in this field, having the proper framework and international cooperation. And for this, we are already investing with Horizon Europe and Digital Europe program, but we need more as regards a coordinated framework. We need to work together in supporting standardization activities. We need to engage with member states to have a common roadmap so that we don't have asymmetric cryptographic systems. We need to promote awareness, and this has to be also in our industry, that they need to be ready. We need to be to start testing the deployment of pre-standardized algorithms. So all this needs to happen, and last but not least, we need to work very closely together with like-minded countries. And again, this is something that is being covered with our colleagues from the US in the context of the Trade and Technology Council meetings. So I think, and I'm going to conclude here, that it is clear that all these critical developments need to find a common alignment within the European Union with member states, but also with key partners. And I really hope that we will continue to work together on this aspect. So thank you very much for having given me the chance to share with you these thoughts. And I really hope you will have an event, the rest of the event, that is very fruitful. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Mrs. Alonso.